He clearly wasn't right, but how much is that going to hurt long term now? I mean,
well, again, the next guy's got to step up. It's the opportunity, unfortunate opportunity when somebody goes down. The most important thing is Damari's health, making sure he gets back 100%. But again, it's an opportunity for a lot of guys. It's got to play those big power threes, as we call them. James is going to have the first opportunity. Then Damari's going to have to do it. Terrence going to have to do it. Possibly AB when he gets healthy, he's going to have to do it. So, and possibly Pat. So there's going to be a by committee as far as guarding that position is concerned.
Dwane, is there a better fit as far as you're concerned for that starting spot, James versus Terrence, or is it, as you just said, the matchup driven?
It's probably going to be matchup driven, Eric, and you be fluid. I think kind of what we did last time, according to the matchup. There's going to be some matchups that are smaller that it's going to be more difficult for JJ to stick with and run with, where it'd be better for T. Ross. So we'll have to read that as it goes. It's going to be a fluid situation as we go on, as we see fit.
Are you anticipating getting him back at some point, or are you looking week to week?
No, we're not looking week to week. It's going to be a time frame. I don't know what the time frame is. I haven't talked to the doctors, but it's not going to be anytime soon. So right now is when our guys have to step up and be ready to perform and get the job done.
Dwane, do you feel like after the last two games, the message about getting back to the defense side of the ball became that much clearer against two elite teams in the Eastern Conference?
Well, two of the most potent offensive teams in the Eastern Conference. But again, it shows you how much work we got to go defensively to get back to those numbers. We played against two of the elite offensive teams, the best three-point shooting teams, which tested where we were defensively. And again, that's what I meant the other night when I said, hey, we're worried about touches. It's not worried about, believe me, our offense is what, 5th or 4th or 5th in the league in efficiency. It's not our offense, it's about our defense. And that's the point I was making when I said we worried too much about the offensive end. We don't need to worry about offense. We're scoring enough points. We got to get a mentality of we're going to guard the paint. We're going to guard the paint first and worry about what happens. There's no way a guy can go from the three-point line to the rim and dunk and nobody touching. Those are the things we're talking about. We've gotten away from. And again, we got to give some credit to Cleveland and Chicago, two elite three-point shooting teams. But with that said, we've got to stick to our principles, stay focused on the defensive end, and keep the defensive mentality at the forefront.
And tonight, I guess the paint's going to be challenged again with a big body like Lopez.
They're number 4 in the league in points in the paint. Lopez is a beast in there. Young is a beast in there. Joe Johnson is getting back down into the painted area. So it's going to test us more so than any other time, being physical, having a paint mentality to make sure we take that out first.
How do you sort of balance the urgency of getting this win and then not to overreact after 2 tough ones?
We don't, again, I overreact on every possession. So from a coach's standpoint, but again, it's important. Each game is important just because of how tight the Eastern Conference is going to be. Not only now, but it's going to be that way the rest of the year. One game, one bad week, and you're looking outside, looking in. So that's why the sense of urgency has to be there each night, every day. Even today in Shootaround, the sense of urgency was there. So we're not in a position not to live and play with a sense of urgency, and I've said that for the last couple of years. And we've got to develop that mentality, no matter who we play.